On July 23rd, 40-year-old Rebecca Rubin, raised not far from here in North Vancouver, is scheduled to appear in a Eugene, Oregon courtroom to answer for her part in what the FBI calls the largest eco-terrorism case in U.S. history. To some, she's a hero. To others, like the FBI, she's part of a cell that set fires and destroyed government and industry installations across the U.S. West. The Earth Liberation Front and the Animal Liberation Front are radical environmental groups with both a public and a private persona. The private cells go out across the US and Canada, causing destruction of university facilities, government installations, anything that they feel degrades the environment or threatens animal life. There's a strong Canadian connection to this group, however. Publicly, there are two former spokesmen living in British Columbia. One is Darren Thurston and the other is David Barbarash. Also accused is Rebecca Rubin, who's alleged to be part of the secretive cell. There's also another Canadian-born fugitive still being chased by the FBI. Between 1996 and 2001, the FBI alleges that secretive cells of eco-terrorists caused some $48 million in damage in sabotage and arsons across the U.S. West. The victims and the targets included universities, the Giant Vale ski resort, government installations, and forest companies. One of the early arsons near Eugene, Oregon, would become the case of John Ferreira, an FBI agent, who would call it the hardest case of his career.
I started with the case in 1996 with the arson at the Oak Ridge Ranger Station. That occurred on October 31st, 1996. I was assigned that case, and from there on, I was assigned several other arson cases in the Eugene area, to include the Childers Meat Company on Airport Road in Eugene, along with the Eugene Police Department substation arson and the Romania arson, which occurred in, I believe, May of 2001. I've handled many complicated cases involving the New York Mafia to the Japanese Mafia, but this was a major challenge, because the way these people operated, it was almost impossible to follow them. They never really had a home address. I mean, this case, I kind of called it almost impossible.
What did these arsons accomplish? It really depends who you ask. Some environmentalists believe that these extreme acts actually caused a shift in public perception, creating greater sympathy for animal rights and environmental degradation. However, if you were one of the victims, if you lost property, if your business was destroyed, or you lost irreplaceable research, there was nothing accomplished except heartbreak and destruction. I was drawn to this story by the paradox that is Rebecca Rubin, a young woman, well-educated, from a privileged background, shy, and an animal lover. Yet someone the FBI alleges could steal across the border, dress in black, and participate in acts of arson and sabotage. Can she be both of these things? I think we'll have to wait for that answer in a Eugene, Oregon courtroom when she finally reveals the truth.